in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I'm on vacation with family and friends, having so much fun. Love being here. Today, I want to talk about your sense of connection or disconnection in your sex life. And for so many of us, what happens is when we're going to be sexual, we stop being present. So maybe we, drink or use recreational drugs or something that keeps us from being really fully in our bodies, in our minds. And we do this because we're not really enjoying the sex, or we're having sex with somebody where we don't feel aligned or we don't feel trusting, or maybe we have a lot of sexual shame and things from our past that are keeping us from really being comfortable, being open. So we might have a few drinks or smoke some pot if you're in an area where it's legal, or maybe if it's not. And we think this, kind of loosens us up. But for a lot of people, it does loosen us up. And at the same time, it makes it so that we're not really there. So we're going through the motions. Another thing that people do, that lots of us do, is to become dissociated. So we may end up being in a situation where let's say I'm doing this, I'm in my body, in my house, but my mind has gone somewhere else. Maybe it's like outside the window. I've had clients tell me that they were in a tree right outside the window or on the ceiling looking down at themselves. And so these things mean for you, if this is you and this is what's happening in your life, in your sex life, this means that something in you doesn't want to be fully open for your partner and for yourself. What can you do when that's you? When you find yourself either numbing out or disappearing on yourself in a kind of a psychological way, like a dissociation way, like floating out of your body. It could also be that you're observing your body in a very critical way. So this keeps you, again, from being able to really feel what it feels like to be you, to receive pleasure. And it keeps your partner from really being able to access you, to be with you and know what you're feeling, because you're kind of not there. You follow, you're really not in your body. And the other person, whoever that is, can tell that you're not there. It's like no one's home. So if that's you, and it's lots and lots of people, there are a few things that you can do to kind of adjust that if you're ready. Now, it may not be for you to be ready. Maybe you feel like, listen, I'm always going to get drunk before I have sex because that's the only way I can tolerate it. If that's you, please contact me. We should talk about that. You can message me, you can email me, jane@drjanegwynn.com. But if it's you and you don't want to feel that kind of disconnected sex anymore, the things I suggest for you, number one, have a conversation with your partner about it. Talk to your partner and say, you know what, I feel like I'm kind of like not all there when we're together. I feel like I'm kind of like floating. I'm on top of the ceiling. Or honestly, I leave the room in my mind. I mean, I'm there and you're like having sex with me, but I'm not even really in the room. I'm not really in my body. And that's why I can't sense what you're doing. I don't even have feeling about it. My body isn't feeling anything. So sad. Or maybe because you've been hurt before physically or sexually, you want to dissociate, you want to numb out because something that's happened to you means that when you're sexual, it's traumatic for you. If that's you, please talk to your partner about the fact that you're disappearing during the sex and see if there's some way that you can have sex without feeling like that and without doing those things. Like dissociation is not something you plan on doing, but it just happens. And when you talk to your partner about it, he, she, or they will be able to kind of ground you and talk to you and help you stay in the room, in the bed. Number two, only connect when you are really open. Lots of us have what I call duty sex. I've talked about that lots of times here. Many of us have duty sex, or we think we need to check the box because our partner, wants it or wants us. And so we just do it, right? The Nike saying is great for sneakers, but not great for sex, in my opinion. So we just have sex kind of because we're supposed to. And I recommend that you not do that, that unless you're really open to connecting, you don't have sex. And you talk to your partner about it and you say, is there something else we can do that I would feel comfortable with? Maybe we could make out, maybe we could just spoon, Maybe we could take a long walk, something where my nervous system will settle. Because when you do this to yourself, where you have sex and you don't desire it, your body will fight back. Your body will respond by protecting you, because this is what's happening in us. We don't want to feel threatened. Our body knows this. And so it kind of like pulls us apart, creates a sense of disconnect so that we are not hurt. So don't have sex if you don't want to have sex. Honestly, I think that's so important, not to have sex if you don't want it. Now, if you're in a situation where you started being intimate with your partner, and you're in your body, you're working on this, you're not under the influence, you're not drunk, you're not on drugs, whatever, you're not doing that, and you start to feel yourself kind of stressing and kind of moving out of your body, you sense that you might start to dissociate or leave, kind of like numb out, right? Even if you're not on the ceiling in your mind or outside the door in your mind, even if you're just starting to think about the Costco list, or somehow you can't feel what's happening, what I want you to do is something kind of counterintuitive, and that is, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes and just feel. What I want you to do is keep your eyes open in the room and notice something in the room that you really like, that you're attracted to, that's pleasant for you. Look at that thing. It doesn't have to be your partner. In fact, I think in this case, it's better if it's not your partner. So look at something that you find satisfying or maybe peaceful in the room, and keep your eyes open, and then focus on your breathing and let yourself come back into your body. So we call this re-regulating our trauma reaction, and not allowing ourselves to kind of close our eyes and then fall deeper and deeper. Oh my gosh, you hear those beautiful cranes flying around here. This is great. Fall deeper and deeper into a disconnect. So these are the three things I recommend when you are feeling like you're disconnecting from yourself sexually, either using drugs and alcohol or just numbing out or dissociating. Number one, talk to your partner about it and tell him, her, or them what's happening. Like, I'm not really with you when we're having sex. Like, honestly, I'm kind of like zoning out or leaving you, or somehow I can't do it unless I'm really under the influence. I'm drunk, I'm high. Talk to your partner about that and make a plan so you can start having connected sex. Number two, only have sex when you want to. Take back your power around sex and only have sex when you want to. Only have sex when you are open to connecting. And this is for men, women, non-binary identifying people. This is for all of us, that only to have sex when we are truly there, because it's not fair to you or to your partner to show up and really not show up. It's a disappointment for both of you, because honestly, your partner can masturbate and have an orgasm without you. They don't need you for an orgasm, but what they need from you is a sense of connection. So please only connect when you can connect, when you're really open to connecting. And the third thing is, when you're in a sexual situation and you feel like you're kind of losing your sense of being, like really being in your body, really being there, keep your eyes open. Don't shut your eyes the way we often do. Kind of like when we want to protect ourselves, we shut our eyes. Oh, here comes a dog. Stay in your body, open your eyes, and notice something in your room that you find peaceful or attractive to you, and keep your eyes on that thing, and just let yourself feel yourself being in the space. Take a breath, breathe in and out, and feel it come all the way down into your belly. Feel yourself comforting yourself. Allow yourself to be embodied during that moment. You'll have so much more pleasure. You'll feel less stress. And the next time you desire to have sex or think about having sex, your body will trust you that it's going to be something fun rather than a disconnected and confusing experience. That's it for now. I hope you have a wonderful day. I am so lucky to be here in New Mexico. It's crisp, it's beautiful. I'm enjoying my friends and family so much. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I send you all the love. You're amazing.